Hello guys and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to play Garry's mod. So you've installed the game and you're ready to play, and this is how it looks when you open up the game. Before I go into details, if you're here to learn how to build, I'll advise you to check out my next tutorial, but for now this is only going to be for people who've never played this game before. So it's run on the same engine as Counter-Strike Source and Half-Life 2, and therefore if you know those games, that will help you a lot. Anyways, I'm gonna show you how to set up a game single player. So first what you gotta do is make sure that when you go down here to your right, it's set to sandbox. And this series and the game was actually made to be a sandbox game where you can build things, and there's been loads of extensions since then, but for now I'm just gonna play sandbox. You click on start up new game, and then you click on sandbox. Those are usually the maps made for creating. They're the maps designed for like big open space where you can build. Just click on single player, enable weapons, sure, and then I choose this GM construct, which is a both this and this map are the standard maps on Garry's mod, and they're very good maps, both of them. So you click on start game, and then it opens up. It's loading, and when it's done loading, I'll show you the different tools and how you navigate the game. It's like any other game. You use A, S, D, and W to move around, and obviously space for jump, and you use your mouse to hover around. So what we're gonna do is, if you click V, you can fly around, and it's like flying a zero gravity plane. What I'm doing now is I'm holding down W, so I'm gonna fly around. Holding down Shift will make you move a lot quicker. Now, if you click on Q, you'll see this menu, and this will be your basic menu for almost everything you need. Now, on your very left, this whole thing here will be loads of spawn lists, or it'll be lists filled up with props. If I click on one of the list, it will open up, example, this menu filled with props. Let's say I'd like to spawn this prop. I just click on it. Now what we have here is a vending machine. If you want to move it around, you can click on 1 3 times, and you'll end on the physics gun. If you click on the different numbers, you can move around to different weapons, but what is very special about Garry's mod is that Garry, the guy who created the game, added a physics gun where you can move things around like this, and place it wherever you want to. If you want to place it in the corner, you can do it here, or anywhere else. When you use this gun, you can move it around like this with the mouse, and if you want to move it back and forth, you can use the mouse wheel. You can also rotate it holding down E like this. If you want it to snap into the world angles, you can hold on Shift as well, and it will snap. Now, I'm not going to go into details using this. It's very handy. If you watch my next tutorial, I'll go into details why this is very handy. Next is you see these different menus, and first we checked out the spawn list. Next we have the weapons, different menus for the weapons. There are also non-weapons, more like funny stuff. There's a camera, so if you want to, you can take pictures, and that's just left click and I took a picture. If you hold down right click, you can zoom in and out, and also holding down right click and hovering the mouse left and right, that will adjust the angle. Now you can just get away from this weapon if you click on 1 a couple times and get out your physics gun again. Other than that, there are NPCs, which are small. They're like bots, and you can spawn in, let's say, zombies. If you want to have a couple zombies, you can spawn them down, and then you can get out your gun and you can shoot them. I'm just gonna get rid of them because they're very annoying. Okay, just a second. Nice. Alright, and as you just saw, I have loads of weapons already because I checked it in the beginning. Yes, and you have entities you can play around with. There's also a fog editor, and you can add fog. And if you wanna, let me just see here. No, anyway, yeah, you can add fog. I'm just gonna keep that because I'm actually never actually done this before. Okay, and then you can add vehicles. Usually in the beginning you just need these. They're just vehicles, so you can drive around. Click E on it and you'll get inside and you can drive around like it's a car. You can also spawn in seats. You have these seats or these seats, and that's going to be very useful for later because you can sit in them. And I'm going to show you how to weld things together, put things together, so you can make, example, a car or something else. Oh, this is what did that. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do what I just did in a bit. And then other than that, you have other things. You're probably not going to use both this and this in the beginning, neither the NPC, probably the NPCs, not sure. You have dupes, which is something I'm going to show you over here, and then saves, which is like saving the map. So if you build something big, you can save the map. Okay, now that's all to the left. On the right, you have the tools. This is how you manipulate with the props. So let's say I have two props. I'm just going to spawn this engine, and then I'm just going to keep this vending machine. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to align everything and do something very if you want to be very picky about things, I'll show you how to do that later. Now for now, I'm just going to show you some of these tools. You have the axis tool. So if you want to do a wheel, this is an engine, right? But let's say it was a wheel. You can click on this prop and then this prop, and then it will rotate around. Now, because what I just did something else that you didn't know, and that requires a mod. What you can see here is that I've got these lines. You're not going to have these lines, so I'm just going to see if I can turn it off for now. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it off. So this is a wheel, and then what you're going to do is the point you click on here is going to be the point that this wheel rotates on this. So let's say now I just clicked on it, and if I move it around, you can see that it will stick to the prop, but it will move around freely, and that's very useful. Now, next thing I'm going to show you is a tool. I'm going to show you weld, and this tool is also very useful. So if you have now I'm just going to stick with the engine. What I just did there was I clicked C, set, wherever you're from, and that redos the last thing you did. It's not gonna, if you delete something, it's not gonna undelete it. But if you just create a prop, or if you welded or access something like I just showed you before, clicking C will remove it again. So let's say I want an engine on top of my vending machine. I put it up there, and then I click weld, and I click on the first and the second prop I want to weld. And it doesn't really matter which prop you do first, but just do one of them. Now, you can see as I move this around, this will be stuck on the same prop as it is now. So yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, I just clicked C there, so it fell off because I removed the weld. Okay, other than that, you can rope things. You can, and then in here you can see the different settings. You're probably not going to need to mess around with anything other than this one, the width of it. So if you want a thick one, you put it to 10. If you want a small one, you put it to something small. Yeah, you can basically look around. Now, something you're probably interested in is duplicating. So if you create something big, let's say I made this vending engine machine, and I'd like to save this. I click on duplicator, and I right click on the prop, and then I go into dupes and save dupe, and there you go. So if let's see, now I'm deleting this, click C a couple of times, and then this, I'd like to deploy it. I'd like to have it in the world again. I just click deploy, and then I click on the world, and there it is. Nice. Okay, other than that, what you can do is just basically look around. There are loads of things. You can edit trails or something. So you click on this, you choose your settings, you can play around with these. It's pretty simple, and then when it moves around, it adds a trail to the prop. People really don't do this. It's not any. People are not going to be a fan of you because they're quite annoying. To be fair, yeah. Good. And then other than that, if I choose a more white prop, no, that's actually, I'm just going to stay with the vending machine. You can also add material. So you're probably not going to have as many materials as I have because I have installed add-ons, which helps me, and that's pretty easy to do. You can check out another tutorial. And I'm just gonna set the material. You can choose between all of these. I'm just gonna choose the this one. No, I'm just gonna choose a bit more white one. This one, and I click on it, and then it turns the prop into that material, or it adds the material onto the prop. And if you wanna color the prop as well, you can click on color, and then the right here you have alpha, which pretty much means how well can you see through the prop. It's transparency. And other than that, you have this color wheel and it's color bar, and you have some standard colors. And when you click on the color and then click on the prop, it's gonna color the prop. Yes. Other than that, you can. Another thing that people that are new to the game usually do is take two props. You can no collide it, so they are not gonna collide. Click on one and then the second. Doesn't really matter which one is first, and then they will go through each other. So let's say I like these two vending machines. I like these vending machines to be like a dual vending machine. I'm just gonna, if you're using the materials tools, clicking R on the prop will remove the material as well as color. Remove it by clicking R, and that is basically for all tools. Let's say I like to do a double vending machine. If these were not no collided, they wouldn't be able to get into each other. So now that I've no collided them, I can move them into each other. And now they're together, I can click on weld, and now they sit together. And last thing I'm going to show you today is the thrusters. And this is all the settings. First you need to click on which key on your numpad you'd like, or is it everything? Or you can do everything. Which key you'd like it to reverse and which one you'd like to push it forward. And what this basically does is when you add it, it will push the thing. And people usually take off the sound effect because they're very annoying, as well as the normal effect. But for now, I'm just gonna add some so you can see when I'm clicking and when I'm not. And as you saw before, this was not enough force, not enough power, so I'll put it to 8,000. And yeah, I'm just gonna put it this way. Just gonna put it to 10,000 actually. And then I'm just gonna click on a prop I'd like it to be. This is a very typical prop. There we go. And then clicking on 8, which it chose to be my forward, it will go forward. And because I didn't put them on properly, I didn't align them, it's gonna be a it's not going to go straight forward. Also, the point on which you put the forza is going to be the point where it pushes. So let's say I put a load of them here. It's going to push. It's going to push it this way. It's going to rotate it. Look at this. Yeah. So now it's just rotating. But anyway, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please watch my next video. Comment, like, subscribe if you want to. That'd be great. Okay, thank you. Bye.